Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So now you have to create the source code. So let me go to the Google Cloud Console and the Cloud Shell here. We have to activate the Cloud Shell because I have to write my code there. Let me create some any directory here like mkdir 2023 CICD demo. So first of all, I have to create the source code for the app, the main.py file. It is very basic applications like whenever we'll deploy this application, it will just tell you like the hello and it is the CICD pipeline for demo, and we can promote later. It's working fine. Okay, so let me save it here. And you can see whatever the source code I have to use, that basically it is that I require the Python. So we require the runtime Python 3.9. I have defined this runtime inside the app.yml file. Then service name. If you not define the service name, then by default it will take the service name as the default one. But I have to define the name here. Okay. So let me copy this. The last one is the requirement.txt file. Here we have to define the dependency of these applications. Okay. Basically this application is required the Python and this Flash library. Okay. So I'm mentioning here like it required like whether it required 0.7.2 or greater than 0.7.2 version. Okay, so it can work. So I have main.py file, app.yml file as well as the requirement.txt file. Basically these three files is required. Okay, so our source code is ready now. So just let me double check. Yeah, it's fine. It's also fine. Yeah, so our source code is ready. Okay, so now we have to deploy this application. So what I'll do now here, instead of doing the Google Cloud App deploy, okay, so because if I deploy here, it would be deploy by the root service account. Okay, but I don't want to apply by the root service account because in the production environment I will not get the privilege to use the root service account. So I have to deploy through my customized service account. Okay, so let me copy here because see this is the command like it is saying like Google Cloud App Deploy is the basic command to deploy the applications. So here we have the adding this like you can say we are adding this arguments the version 1, like it will deploy these applications, but it will it will mention it is the version 1, and the no promote because automatically the what about the default URL you will get in the applications, the like the traffic would be no, will not promote through the default URL. Okay, so we can do it later. And then service account, we have to define the name here. So let's do one thing, let me remove this first because it is not the version 1. Let me copy the Google Cloud because we are deploying for the first time. Okay, so not required to define the version because we are not revising, right? Because we are deploying it for the first time. Hyphen hyphen service account. Okay, so what is our service account name? We have to copy here. It is our service account name, right? Yeah, so it is asking to authorize it. You want to continue? Yes. Or you want to yes or no? Okay, so let's click on enter to take the default options. Yeah, so it's working within a minute, or within 2 minutes the app would be ready here. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let me open the different uh, tab. Is the default app. It was earlier there. Okay, so it is not that one, because my application name would be my app. Okay, so instead of default, so it should be, it will create another one. It will be see at the my application here. Just let me refresh the page. Yeah, so you can see here my application will be ready. And if you see here, if you want to get the URL, okay, if you want to get the URL, either you can copy that and paste here. Even it is already given this URL here. Okay, you can copy and browse it. Huh? Let me paste here also. Let me check. Yeah, you can see this URL is coming. Okay, so just let me copy the URL and paste here. Okay, as per our code, I told earlier I told you it would be give this result, right? Hello world, it is CICD pipeline for demo. We can promote later, working fine. And if you want to get this URL, also you can directly open from here. Okay, so we deployed the application as well as it's working fine. But I told you earlier, suppose I want to change something inside this content. Suppose I want to change any contents here, and after that I want to promote. Okay, so what I'll do, let me go to my source code. Yeah, so let me change, right? Let me change the code here. Demo version 2, version 2. Okay, so now while deploying we have defined the version name, version 2 hyphen no promote. So why I mentioned the no promote? Because the end user, they are accessing my application using this URL, right? So whenever I'll update it, the applications, if you see, if you go to the app engine, okay, it will create another version here, okay, and it will give the two URL, like the version 1 URL as well as the version 2 URL. But traffic here, the end user don't have the version 1 and the version 2 URL. They have the only one, this URL, right? So whatever the changes you are doing from the backend end, okay, that's given to that will give you two URL. But the basically the end user does not know, like the which URL, they don't have the your version URL. They have only this URL. Okay, so in order to like the route the traffic for the version to version 2, we can do it later so that it will not impact to the end user. Okay, so that's why like before I promote, before routing the all the traffic, so here I have to mention no promote. Otherwise, what will do? The traffic would be route, from the old to new one automatic. So after some time, the old user will see, uh, the updated things, like updated contents here. Okay, without the acknowledgement to the user. Uh, so I think that is not good for the user, right? Because without the acknowledgement, because see, we are also not sure while deploying the application, that the application would be deployed success or not. Maybe it will throw the error. Maybe the UI would not, it will be not work, right? So that's why before routing the whole traffic to the, the old applications, I mean the old like the UI. So it will be better to check and confirm from our end so that the end user cannot be impacted. Okay. So let me do that. Do you want to continue? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the we have revised the UI, but here you can see we have the my app dot CICD part 1 UI. Okay. But for the version, okay, when you updated the version, we have the given 2 hyphen dot my app. Okay. So the new UI. Okay. So if you copy here and paste here, here I'm getting the updated contents. Okay. But in the default one, okay, here if we refresh it also, here I'm getting the old one, because still the traffic is routed to the old one for the end user. Okay, because end user has this URL, not this URL, because they have to use this URL only, right? So in order to route the traffic, okay, so I have to go to the service app and let me refresh it, so that here you will get version 1 and version 2. Now you can see in the my app right now we are getting version 2. Okay, so let me click here. Yeah, so now the traffic is routed 100% to this version, right, which is the old one, the default one. Now we deployed the new one, which is version 2, right? So what I'll do, I have to select 2 and migrate the traffic. Okay, click on migrate. If migrate it, okay, if I migrate it, it will be migrated 100%. Okay, but basically it is wrong. Okay, because you are not supposed to migrate 100% directly to the version 2, because before that, first of all, you have to check with some few user, I mean some 10% 20% user, to check it. Okay, without impacting the 100% user, we have to route the traffic 10% or 20%, 30% like that. Okay, so don't do migrate traffic directly, because we have the options to split traffic. We can split it, right? Like we can split, like you can say 10% for the new one and the 90% for the old one, because the 90% for the old one, the reason behind it, the old one is already working fine. Okay, so it will not throw the error. We are just testing for the new one. Okay, so we have to route the traffic 10% for the new applications. So what I'll do now, okay, so instead of doing migrate, you have to click on, you have to select all, you have to go split traffic. So now 100% is already, already I've selected, right? 90% for my old one, and 10% 10% my new one. Let me save it. So make sure, while splitting the traffic, don't do migrate the traffic. First of all, you have to do the split the traffic. Okay, because you have to test with the some of the user. You can say 10%. Okay, if I execute, if I hit here, it's giving the old one. So you can see here, okay, because we given 10% for the 10% for the new traffic, I'm the new URL, and the 90% for the old URL. So that's why it is a 90% request is go to the default one, and the 10% is goes to the new one. Okay, so it is the process like to deploy the revise applications, okay, and the split the traffic or migrate the traffic. And after that, if you want to migrate the whole traffic, then you can do 100% to the new traffic also, I mean the new one. Okay, so let me do that. So what I'll do now, so instead of 10% to the new one, so I can give 0. Okay, so that all the traffic would be goes to the old, I mean the yeah, old URL, right? Sorry, 100% should be for the new one, right? So let me click on save. So now all the traffic would be goes to the new one instead of the old one. Yeah, you see here. Okay. So now the old application, I mean the old contents would be not be visible for the user. Okay. So it is the procedure tried to revise the new application to deploy the new applications. Okay. So without the promoting, so it would be better to check it from your end first. Then you can promote it, or you can route the whole 100% traffic to the new applications. Okay, so thank you guys. So it is the video is a little bit lengthy, so what I'll do, I will connect in the next session to automate or to deploy this CICD pipeline for the app engine. Okay, so thank you guys.